Right. First and foremost, I'm gonna say all praises be to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashem, Rokah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and Shalom to the sincere elect out there teaching out there on the highways and byways in truth and sincerity, man. I just saw this article online and it says Inferno wildfire visible from space sends California residents fleeing. Now, this article, although it's a short one, is very, 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 very spiritual. I'll just read the first paragraph or so, and I'll play the clips and I'll bring out the scriptures and I'll explain why this is very spiritual. And it says, fast-moving wildfire is rapidly spreading through northeastern California, growing to over 16,000 acres in under 12 hours and leading acting governor Gavin Newsom to declare a state of emergency. What has been dubbed Camp Fire began early Thursday near the town of Poga and moved west, consuming 8,000 acres by 1 p.m. According to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, by Thursday afternoon, the fire was growing at a rate of about 1 football field every 3 seconds, so it's spreading really fast. Assisted by dry conditions and wind gusts of up to 65 miles per hour. Now here's a clip for it. Okay, I gotta take off my phone off airplane mode to play it. Let's see. Load all in on. Gives me a text, but I'll play the clip. You know, and we're gonna just see how it is.
Trying to get out of here, guys. God, that house is going up in flames. Oh my gosh. Several houses. Joel, you're my friend, man. Thank you.
I'm going to be okay.
We'll get through this.
I'm going to be okay.
Alright.
Why don't you stop here? Come on, guys.
Yeah, play this one as well. This one's more raw.
Oh my God. I'm so scared.
She says she is so scared. Well, guess what? People are gonna be in fear completely when they hear the and feel that the world war has started, right? And the climax of the war is when America is destroyed, man. Right? But it says as of Thursday afternoon, two firefighters and multiple civilians have been injured. But what's very interesting about it, right? See, that's the destruction, right? Is if you scroll further down into the article, it says this: incredible satellite imagery of extremely dangerous, fast-moving wildfire in wide urban interface currently burning through Paradise, California, spiritual, at an estimated 80 acres per minute. Strong east dry winds. Really bad feeling about this one. Right, so this actual fire, right, can be observed from space. Now, as you can see, it's a small dot over there in section, but it just shows what the apostles have been saying is true, and it's according to prophecy. If there's one small dot in an area of California is be able to be seen on a satellite, how much more when the whole country, United States, from north to south, from east to west, is completely destroyed. This is when it's going to be that what? Lake of fire, right? Let's see how the scripture says Babylon the Great, America, will be destroyed. This is Isaiah 13 and 19. And it says, and Babylon, right? The glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and the owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Right now, as you can see, it says Babylon, which is the same Babylon the Great, shall be overthrown as Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, according to the scriptures, how was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed, man? It says, then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Right? And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew up on the ground. So all those which inhabited those cities, when the fire came, they got judged and they died. Right? And everything was burnt up. And it was destroyed from the Lord for fire, from the Lord out of heaven. Now the scripture's saying Babylon the Great is going to be as overthrown as Sodom and Gomorrah, which was through fire out of heaven. How is this fire out of heaven going to take place in this war when all the ICBMs are shot on the United States of America? And that's just Jeremiah 50:9. It's one thing you need to understand, right? Certain terminologies, if not all, a fair bit of the terminologies that we have today to describe certain things didn't exist back then. So if a person saw a chariot flying in a UFO so-called flying in the sky, they ain't gonna write in the Bible UFO flying in the sky. They will use the closest things to describe a mode of transport in the sky, and the primary mode of transport was through things like being on horseback, right? Being creating a chariot that's being pulled by a horse, a cart, a chariot itself, right? And even animals, just an actual horse or a donkey or whatever, man. Right? So the point as to why I said that is because certain terminologies that we use now wasn't back then. So for example here, right, it's about to describe the ICBMs as arrows. You ain't gonna say intercontinental ballistic missile shall destroy America, because those terminologies didn't exist. The code name for America is Babylon the Great, and the code name for the ICBMs is the arrows, man. This is Jeremiah 50:9. For lo, I raise and cause to come against Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country. This north country that's going to come against Babylon is Russia, right? And they shall set themselves in array against her. See, her again is referred to as a woman, and which is a precept in Revelation. The woman that is upon that beast, it's America. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert archer. None shall return in vain. Right? It says, this is skip to verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall never be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All you that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Right? So, well, basically, when it's talking about America being destroyed, all right, it's saying all 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 the people who possess the nuclear capability are going to shoot all the ICBMs against America and it'll be destroyed. Now, a quick question to ask is this: is if that little small wildfire in comparison to the destruction of America can be seen on the satellite, how much more when America is destroyed? And let's see where it fits in the scriptures because it's actually spoken of in the scriptures. All right, this is Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord that judgeth her. Right now, it's called a her because it's a city. It says that in Revelation chapter 17. You know, it's a nation that rules over the kings of the earth, and that great nation that rules over the kings of the earth is America, because everyone follows their lead. Is Rome coming back, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament her when they see the smoke of her burning. Now it says what? When they see the smoke of the burning of America, they'll mourn, right? It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is a judgment come. Russia and other countries possess the nuclear might with ICBMs that can reach America in 15 minutes. So it's actually going to be destroyed in the space of 60 minutes, man. All these hundreds of years, hundreds of years it took to build up America is going to be destroyed in 60 minutes, man. Right? That's even shorter than a football match. Right? But what does it say? That they shall see the smoke of a burning standing afar off. Right? And how is that going to take place? Right? Through the unicorn's horn, man. The satellites, man. So the same satellites that just showed this little small fire happening in California are going to be the same ones that show America being destroyed. But guess what? Us as the hopeful elect, right? Right? We are gonna get a better view than the people will do from them the satellites. We actually gonna be in chariots above the firmament, observing first class the destruction of America, man, and praising the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Shema Shai. This is Psalms 91 and 8, right? This is Psalms chapter 91 and 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. That's the ICBMs. Nor the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Alright, the scripture says I've created the waster to destroy. So what's going to waste this land is them ICBMs, man. Right? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh on thee. Only with thine eyes thou shalt behold and see the reward of the wicked. And the chief stronghold, the chief tabernacle of the fucking people of wickedness is America, right? That's like their main abode of rulership, man. But the scripture says, only with our eyes thou shalt see the reward. Because guess what? We're actually gonna be in the firmaments, above, being in chariots above the firmament, man. This is Revelation 15 and 2. This is the last scripture. 15 and 1. Right? And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels 7 last plagues for in them is filled up the wrath of God. And I saw as it were a sea of glass, them chariots, mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand upon the sea of glass, right, having the lamps of God. So we're gonna be in them chariots, and basically looking over, seeing the destruction, man. Right. So that just shows how spiritual that article was, and it makes you know that it's a sign of the times, because it's a sign of what's coming. The same way that this little shit fire was saw on the satellite, it's the same way America's destruction is going to be seen around the earth on the satellite. But we, the hopeful elect, are going to get a first class view, because we're going to be in chariots above the firmament, looking down at America, seeing it burn. Right, so with that, I'm going to say, all praise be to Abba Shimon Shai, double honor unto the apostles, the elder, the great millstone, and with that, I'm going to say, Shalom.